And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream where I answer your questions about cell phone plans to help you save the most amount of money on your cell phone bill. We have so many familiar and friendly faces in the chat. We've got VGraphs here, TechFist is here, Doodoo 1013 is here, Boodoo 1013 is here. We've got Kevin, Anthony, Scott, Link, Sparkle App, SuperRoot 57. So many people here. Cool 30. Thank you so much for showing up today. VGraphs, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Really appreciate you. Great to see your name in the chat today. We got Debo Bob or Hyper Saiyan. He has arrived. Thank you so much. Sandy W, good evening. Saren D, what is up? Ethrim, I do remember you. I feel like we chat on X, formerly Twitter, quite a bit. We have Stink Bomb here. What is up, everyone? Such an exciting live stream for you today. We had so many plan changes last week. I could not believe it. New plans from T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, Xfinity Mobile, Google Fi, and we even had plan updates from MobileX and Boost Mobile. I think those are all the updates. I'm not 100% sure, but it was just crazy. Anthony Paulus, what is up, man? Doing a live stream. Yeah, busy week for sure. I have gone ahead. I've been updating the Best Phone Plans website, and I think we just got to dive in. We're going to be starting off with T-Mobile's new plans. So if you're like me and you live under a rock, hopefully it's nice and roomy and you have good internet down there. But you might have missed that T-Mobile launched some new plans. So if you go to T-Mobile.com, gone are the Magenta Max, Go 5G, Go 5G Plus, and Go 5G Next plans. They have been replaced with, you guessed it, Experience More and Experience Beyond. I'm not a fan of the name, you guys. It reminds me of the old Verizon plans where they had play more, do more, and get more. And I think they even had like above unlimited and beyond unlimited. Someone should check me on that. But yeah, to summarize the changes for T-Mobile in 2 words, price increase. Now, T-Mobile is advertising this as a price decrease or the same price as before. And the reason they're doing that is Experience More is $85 a month. That is technically $5 less than the outgoing Go 5G Plus plan. And Experience Beyond, advertised as $100 a month, technically is the same list price as the Go 5G Next plan. But you'll notice, this is where the asterisk kicks in, everybody. How do you zoom on this? Oh, my trackpad's out of battery. That is devastating. Gonna have to charge that after the stream. Taxes and fees are now extra. That is right. T-Mobile went from being the uncarrier, being on the consumer side, to now being extra carrier. They've gone corporate. They've gotten greedy. They are raising prices on their customers. I don't want that to be lost on anyone. The worst part for me is they are advertising a price lock. And before we get to the price lock and what the prices have changed to, we got Travis in here with a super chat. Travis is saying, VGraphs just complained that you were a minute late. I thought it was important for you to know that. Travis, I appreciate that. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. VGraphs, you are 100% accurate. I was, in fact, a minute late, probably over a minute, if we're being honest here. But, sometimes it just takes an extra minute to get ready. But, yeah, we got to talk pricing on T-Mobile, right? So they're advertising a 5-year price lock. Actually, if you just go to the T-Mobile homepage, it's boom, smack dab in your face. Look at that. Save 20% with a 5-year price guarantee. I'm sorry about that. That is a clickable element, it turns out. A 5-year price guarantee included. Now, is this real? Is this legit? I have good news and bad. Mostly it's bad news, actually. So the bad news is this excludes taxes and fees. Okay. So if you scroll in, you can see exclusions like taxes and fees apply. So, what does this mean? It means the core cost of the plan will not change. So, if we go to T-Mobile's website, we go to the plans, just so we can have this on hand. Plans, the core cost of these plans will not change. So Experience Beyond, it'll stay at $100 a month for a single line if you sign up right now with this 5-year price guarantee. And Experience More will stay at $85 a month per line for one line if you sign up with this price guarantee. But taxes and fees are extra. And there's something I want you guys to see. It is in this broadband facts label. If you expand the label, T-Mobile has added a $3.99 per line regulatory programs slash telco recovery fee. What even is this fee, right? This, in my opinion, is basically a made up fee by the carriers that they are passing on to consumers, right? So if you think about it, where does this fee come from? It is basically coming from the government, as I understand it, the government charging the carriers, I don't know, taxes, fees, something regulatory for being a cell phone carrier. And the carriers are then deciding how to pass that on to their customers. Now, before, T-Mobile didn't really pass it on. I actually have tweeted out pictures of my own personal Go 5G Plus bill. And let me see if I can pull that up. And there was no regulatory tax on there at all. It was just normal state and government taxes. There was no telco recovery fee like you see with these new plans. So this fee is brand new. It was not previously on T-Mobile's bills, and I'll go ahead and pull that up. Jordan with the super chat, thank you so much for your support and generosity. Jordan says, if the taxes on your phone bill are high, set your service address to Idaho. Cellular taxes in Idaho are extremely low at like 2%. Jordan with the tips. I'm going to neither encourage nor deny that. I do think you may consider setting your taxes to your current region just for legal purposes. But if you somehow end up with an address in Idaho, it sounds like taxes and fees for telecom are super low there. And let me see if I can just quickly pull up my T-Mobile bill so you guys can see what I was talking about. The tricky part is T-Mobile likes to put your address on your bill. So let me see if I have that just so you can take a quick gander. Oh, you know what? I think I put it here on my desktop. But yeah, while I'm looking for this, let me see if we have any other questions coming in the chat. Brian Cook, what's going on with T-Mobile? Why do they keep changing their plan name? Brian, great question. T-Mobile really only updates their plans about once a year. That's pretty similar with the other carriers, sometimes even less frequently than that. So this just seems like a normal plan update to them. And they're kind of responding to Verizon, right? Like Verizon started this. If we go to the Best Phone Plans website and we pull up Verizon here, you'll see with the reset selection, Verizon Unlimited Ultimate. With the Unlimited Ultimate plan, right? This now includes 200 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot. And I think T-Mobile was reacting to this. They wanted their plan to also start to compete with this. We haven't even talked about the plan changes and features. So we'll get into that in just a second. But first, let me go ahead and pull this up. It's going to be, I just actually sent it out in my newsletter. I included this. Yeah, here it is. Here we go. T-Mobile taxes. Can I just like add a image file? How about that? Boom. Open. There it is. So this is what I see here in Longmont, Colorado. And this is for T-Mobile. This is my, let's go ahead and clear out the chat there. This is for my bill. And you can see I paid $1.30 in taxes and fees on Go 5G Plus. And what you'll notice is, I wish I could like point to this. Go 5G Plus, the actual list price of the plan was $88.70, such that the total cost after taxes and fees was $90 flat. And now with T-Mobile's new plans, well, you're going to take these existing taxes and fees that you see here, and you're going to be adding in that what I think is bogus $3.99 fee, right? We have this regulatory fee. Boom. Look at that. $4 a line basically is what you're paying. And Jaime, I see your question. We'll get to the Google Fi plans. Google Fi also launched new plans. We'll get to those in just a moment. Let's finish out T-Mobile. So bottom line, prices have increased, but have the features changed? There have been some upgrades to features, but it's not as good as I would like it to be. So let's bring up the Best Phone Plans website right now, and we can get a comparison cooking, because I think I always like comparing these things, seeing what it looks like. Okay, let's remove that. Add this to stage. Boom. All right, we're going to get T-Mobile. And you obviously want to compare it to the old plan. So I actually added the old plans back to the Best Phone Plans website for the time being. So it's going to be Go 5G Plus. And then it's going to be Go 5G Next. And then we're going to get, I can't believe it, Experience More. I mean, the good news is that Experience, like these are the only plans with the name Experience in them, in the name. So it's easy to compare. Compare plans now. Yeah. LGTM 74. I'm definitely not touching my $60 Verizon Unlimited Plus. I would be right there with you. That is a phenomenal plan for the price. And yes, Sonic the Anonymous Hedgehog. T-Mobile has a history of gutting trade-in deals on legacy plans. We'll cover, like, should existing T-Mobile customers upgrade to the new plans? We will cover that in just a minute. I crushed it with the, I think I crushed it, kind of biased, with the newsletter today. I actually did a full pricing breakdown, and so I'll be able to pull that up on screen as well. First, let's talk new features. Experience More versus Go 5G Plus. Again, as I mentioned, it looks like the price dropped $85 to $90, or $90 to $85, but we can see here taxes extra on Experience More. Tax is included on Go 5G Plus. After taxes and fees in my area, I am estimating Experience More will be $90.29. Now, what is insanely frustrating for me is T-Mobile gives you no way, zero way, to figure out what your actual bill will be until you have signed up for the service and the system has generated a bill for you. Now, this is different from prepaid carriers, where the moment you go to check out online, you can actually see what your bill will be. Unfortunately, with T-Mobile, walked into the store, the reps literally could not tell me the final price I would pay for the T-Mobile service. That just blows my mind. Like, how could you possibly sign up for something and not know what it's going to cost? That just seems so weird to me. Okay, we're going to crush through this because T-Mobile's, they don't need too much screen time here, right? Boom. All right, so what's actually different? Price change is number one. Number two, hotspot. You get 10 gigs extra hotspot, going from 50 gigs on Go 5G Plus to 60 gigs on Experience More. And both of these do have unlimited hotspot data at 600 kilobits per second afterwards. I just did not note that on the Go 5G Plus plan. And I didn't note it because if you've ever tried to use 600 kilobit per second hotspot, you would know it is unbearably slow and basically unusable. All of the other plan features are the same, and all of the perks, from what I can tell, are exactly the same as well. You're still getting your T-Mobile Tuesdays, your Netflix Standard with ads, Apple TV Plus, full flight texting and Wi-Fi, and with streaming where available, your 1-year AAA membership, Scam Shield Premium, and voicemail to text. I believe these are all the same between both plans. I just didn't bother updating the Go 5G Plus plan because I will be removing that very soon here, as it is no longer available. So that's it. Only two changes, going from Go 5G Plus to Experience More, that price change, and the 10 gigs extra hotspot. I'll answer the question right now. Should you upgrade? Absolutely not. There is no reason to go from Go 5G Plus to T-Mobile Experience More. If you're on Magenta Max, we will get to that in just a moment because that plan is very different. VGraphs is saying, yeah, LG says I should drive from Florida to Atlanta, Georgia to sign up. Is that because of taxes and fees? And trying to dodge that, VGraphs? Because I mean, hey, I respect it, I guess. If a man's got to do what you got to do, right? Spend a lot of money on driving to save a couple bucks on taxes. All right, let's dive in. You guys are probably wondering what's going on with the premium plans, the top of the line. We've got Go 5G Next and T-Mobile Experience Beyond. There are 4 key changes here. Number one, price. Tax included on Go 5G Next, taxes and fees extra on T-Mobile Experience Beyond. Number two, hotspot data. Check this out, 5 times the hotspot data. So you're going from 50 gigabytes on Go 5G Next to 250 gigabytes of hotspot data on T-Mobile Experience Beyond. And I think we got to do a little shout out here. That is the most high-speed hotspot data on a consumer plan. Now, that said, Verizon, I do think, is a better option because they give you 200 gigabytes and then unlimited at 6 megabits per second, which is 10 times faster than 600 kilobits per second and infinitely more usable. Whereas 600 kilobits per second, as I've discussed, is basically unusable. 2 other changes here: double the high-speed data in Canada and Mexico. So you go from 15 gigs to now 30 gigs, and 3 times the international data, going from 5 gigabytes to 15 gigabytes. So there are some sizable upgrades on the Experience Beyond plan, but how much are you really going to notice those? Well, probably not at all, because it turns out T-Mobile has actually retroactively upgraded the Go 5G Next plan to have the same features as T-Mobile Experience Beyond. So let me repeat that again. If you are a current Go 5G Next customer, your plan will actually be upgraded to get all of these same features and benefits that T-Mobile Experience Beyond offers. And as you'd expect, the features are the same here as well. Actually, I could be mistaken on this because I think the Hulu with ads, like I think Hulu was here, but not when the plan launched and not when I entered it in the database. So forgive me for having some of these perks outdated. But as far as I can tell, they're basically the same. T-Mobile Tuesdays, Netflix standard with ads, Apple TV Plus, my personal favorite streaming platform, full flight texting and Wi-Fi with streaming where available, your 1-year AAA membership, Scam, Shield, trademarked, premium, voicemail to text, discounted watch and tablet lines. So instead of $12 for a watch and $20 for a tablet, you can add a watch and tablet for just $5 each. That is actually really nice. And you also get Hulu with ads. And those are the perks. So that is what changed from T-Mobile's old plans to their new plans. Should you upgrade again? Most likely not. I think you should probably keep your existing T-Mobile plan. But there is one group of people, you Magenta Max customers, and the answer becomes more nuanced. So I wrote a newsletter. I don't know the best way to show this, so we're just gonna share the actual newsletter screen, I guess, and we'll throw it up because I did a bunch of math out and crunched some numbers to try and give everyone the best information possible. So let's go ahead and present that right now, and it's going to be this one. So boom, share, and then we'll just go ahead and add that to the stage. We're not going to read the email by any means, but we are going to scroll down. You can see I did the outline. I talked about the price increase. I showed the 2 plan differences. I gave a price comparison, right? So even though T-Mobile, again, advertising their price lock, saying that it's the same price or cheaper, after you add in taxes or fees, you are spending more money on Experience More versus the outgoing Go 5G Plus plan. There is one other way that T-Mobile sneakily raised prices here as well, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But you're paying more on the new plan after the estimated taxes, regardless of how many lines you have. 1 to 5 lines, you are paying more. Scrolling down, and we did the same thing for the Go 5G Next versus Experience Beyond plans. And you can see, again, those differences in price and features. Same thing with the pricing. You're going to be spending more on Experience Beyond versus Go 5G Next. This is hands down a price increase. Should you upgrade? This is where things get interesting. So Experience Beyond could be worth it if you want that extra hotspot data, 50 gigs to 250 gigs. If you're traveling a lot to Canada and Mexico, and maybe you want that extra high speed data going from 15 gigs to 30 gigs, or you travel internationally a lot, okay, going from 5 gigs to 15 gigs. But what about Magenta Max customers? Here's the thing. I actually asked on Reddit, and we can open this up. I asked on Reddit, like, if you're still eligible for device promos, what are they? Because that makes a big difference. And if you scroll down, you can see one of the top comments here is Magenta Max is now included in the standard postpaid plans device promos. So this is alongside base, Go 5G, and Magenta. And these are eligible for $300 trading credits on the iPhone 16 series of devices. This is a substantial drop from the $830 of credit or even $1,000 of credit that Magenta Max used to be eligible for. And so I crunched the numbers, okay? If you are a single line and you upgrade your phone every 2 years, and I'm using the iPhone 16 Pro Max as an example here, assuming you upgrade to a Pro Max model iPhone every 24 months, here's how it shakes out. Here's how it breaks down. If somehow you're able to upgrade and get $830 of trading credit on Magenta Max, it will continue to be your cheapest option. You should keep your plan. You should stick with Magenta Max no matter what. If it turns out you are relegated, and by the way, the only way to get the $830 credit, I believe, is if T-Mobile offers a special promo, or let's see if you have the iPhone Forever upgrade program. So T-Mobile did launch a program where you could get this, I think, like code added to your account, and it basically meant that you could upgrade your iPhone, and T-Mobile would always give you $830 off the new one, or something like that, 800 or 1,000 depending on the device. So if you're eligible for that, stick with it. Cheapest option, hands down. If you're not eligible for that promotion and you're only getting $300 off, then Magenta Max, it turns out to be the most expensive option, despite the plan cost, right? Despite Experience Beyond being outrageously expensive, because it gives you $1,000 off an iPhone 16 Pro Max, your net 2-year total is actually around $200 less than going with Magenta Max or sticking with Magenta Max. Ooh. All right. Slaughter 2.0. I want to walk away from Boost Mobile, the iPhone $65 plan. We're going to get to that. I see you guys with the chats. We're going to crush through those in just a moment. First, one more thing I want to talk about for T-Mobile, and that is the 4-line pricing. And it's pretty much the same story, right? If you're on the iPhone Forever upgrade program and you can get the $830 of credit, you have hands down the cheapest plan available. This is cost per line. So again, overall pretty expensive, but cost per line, this is what you're looking at. Go 5G Plus, solid option. Experience More, honestly, not that much more expensive than Go 5G Plus, even after I factored in my estimated $5.29 in taxes and fees. Then you've got Go 5G Next, Experience Beyond, Go 5G all the way at the bottom. I mean, despite that cheap plan cost, it's just the lack of device promo really makes it more expensive. And the same thing for Magenta Max. So if you go to upgrade, I think the bottom line here is if you are a Magenta Max customer, what should you do? Number one, keep your current plan and your current financing agreements active until you have fulfilled those agreements. Number two, when you go to upgrade and you see that you are getting $300 of trading credit, then you may want to consider switching to a different plan, because as you can tell from my pricing breakdown here, you actually would end up saving money with Experience More over Magenta Max with the $300 of credit. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind. And then thing number two that I also want to mention here is if you somehow got a lot of free lines, right? And your net cost per line is $25 or less, then you should not upgrade under any circumstance. Your plan with $25 per line or less will be cheaper than all of the current options. So hopefully that kind of helps explain the T-Mobile situation, what's going on, what's new with the plans, if you'd upgrade or not, and what the pricing is. And you guys have been so patient, so thank you so much for that. We've got a lot of awesome super chats here, so let's dive in and answer those. So Jaime, thoughts on the new updated Google Fi plans? I really like the new Google Fi plans. So let's go ahead and pull those up right now and get those on stream so you guys can take a look. at what Google has done with its new plans. I think they've made some good improvements. Not as good as the promo we were seeing before, but still pretty reasonable. So let me actually grab the other screen here and throw that on the stream. Boom. So, what did Google Fi do? They basically launched a new plan and adjusted their pricing. If we go to one line, top of the line plan, change the name. It is now unlimited premium. They doubled the high speed data. So, went from 50 gigs to 100 gigs, and they kept the hotspot data the same. So, you still get 50 gigs of high speed hotspot data and all the same great international features. Everything just works in over 200 plus destinations. You can get a free SIM card for a tablet or a laptop. And I believe even full connectivity for select smartwatches. So you can add a watch line for free, you can add a tablet line for free, and a laptop line for free. And all of those data only SIM cards are just pulling from your 100 gigabytes of high speed data. As an overall package, really good value. Next, they made this new unlimited starter plan. $50 for a single line, reasonably priced, 50 gigs of high speed data. And this is priority data on the T-Mobile network. So the same amount of priority high-speed data as what you get with T-Mobile prepaid for about the same price. And you're now getting 25 gigs of high-speed hotspot data. Plus, you can add a watch line for free. All that's great. And you get free roaming in Canada and Mexico. Love to see this plan. They also launched a new plan, Unlimited Essentials, they're calling it. $35 for a single line. You're getting 30 gigs of high-speed data. And you'll notice all of these do have asterisks after them. That's because after your high-speed data allotment, your speeds will be slowed to 256 kilobits per second. And I think that is the worst part about Google Fi. That unlimited slow data is just unusably slow. But again, Unlimited Essentials, it's including that full connectivity for select smartwatches. What you're missing here are really the international features. They also kept that outrageous by the gig plan. This is just so expensive and so not worth it. I do not recommend it. But the other plans are decent. I mean, let's just quickly pull them up here, right? So let's go back and just talk about some of the other options. If you're looking at Google Fi, one line. So we'll snag the Unlimited Essentials. We'll snag the Unlimited Premium, and we're going to snag that Unlimited Standard. And just thinking to myself, like, US Mobile Unlimited Premium used to be a pretty good rec here, so let's grab that. And we just want the monthly Lightspeed one, so boom, let's grab that. T-Mobile Prepaid, let's grab that. Oops. And we want I'll grab the $50 one and the $60 one just so you can kind of see. What else would be pretty good on the T-Mobile network? Oh, Mint Mobile for sure. And the unlimited 12 months, add that. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and compare these. And I think the bottom line is, like, Google Fi is going to be good. These plans are a much better value than before. And I still think you can find better deals from some of the other plans on the T-Mobile network. So give the system a second here. It takes its sweet time. It likes to think about things. Well, let's start bottom to top, cheapest to most expensive. It's so close. It's so ready. All right, boom. And Jaime, I'm just going to get your comment out of here because I want to make sure that everyone can see these details. On the entry-level side of things, you've got Mint Mobile Unlimited and Google Fi Essentials. Google Fi is nice because you're getting priority, but I don't really think priority matters on T-Mobile. And what's a deal breaker for me is no hotspot data. Mint, you're now getting truly unlimited high-speed data. It is deprioritized, but you're getting 10 gigs of hotspot. Between these two plans, I would go Mint all day, every day. And with their current promo where you can grab it for just $20 a month for your first year, that's over 120, what is that? $15 a month in savings. Over $180 in savings. Okay, so I would go Mint all day, every day over Google Fi Unlimited Essentials. And it's also worth mentioning Metro launched new plans. And I think they also have a really good BYOD offer that I just want to bring to your attention. Yeah, so bring your own phone. I mean, first of all, truly unlimited data. starting at $50. That's pretty good. If you bring your own phone, you can get truly unlimited data starting at $25 a month. Okay. So again, I think that's better than Google Fi. So I don't think unlimited essentials is really worth it, but the included watch line is pretty nice. So let's remove that. Then you're kind of getting to this mid-tier category where you've got US Mobile, which is 100 gigs, deprioritized, 50 gigs hotspot. And then you have T-Mobile prepaid, truly unlimited with 50 gigs priority before deprioritized. And then you've got Google Fi Unlimited Standard. The perks of Google Fi Unlimited Standard are the priority data, the included smartwatch line, and the 25 gigs of hotspot. Like, that's not a bad plan. Plus, this plan just works in Canada and Mexico. So that's pretty good. But I mean, if you look at US Mobile, tax inclusive, right? You're getting double the high speed data, 50 versus 100 gigs. You're getting double the hotspot data. You're getting better video streaming quality, and you're getting significantly better roaming features. You're actually getting 10 gigs in Canada. Well, I guess 10 gigs in Canada, Mexico is worse than 50 gigs. But the bottom line is US Mobile has that, and you can get up to 10 gigs in 180 countries. I think that's worth keeping in mind. I think US Mobile would be my personal pick here over the unlimited standard plan. Now, not saying unlimited standard is bad by any means, and it is worth pointing out that Google Fi, where's that tab? Google Fi has a lot of really good deals. So if you go to the offers tab, Pixel 9 Pro and Watch 3 on us, like, that's a pretty compelling offer, right? $600 off the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with $300 off now, right? So Google Fi is pumping out the deals. They have more expensive plans, but they're pumping out the deals. So like, maybe it's worth considering. But for me personally, I'm going US Mobile all day, every day in this scenario. I don't think priority data matters. T-Mobile prepaid could be a good option, but the 600 kilobit of hotspot data, that just kills it for me. Let's get that out of there. Google Fi, you could go T-Mobile prepaid unlimited plus, but yeah, I think US Mobile is still, it would still be my personal choice here. If you needed truly unlimited data, then I would go T-Mobile prepaid unlimited plus. And then you have the last plan, Google Fi Unlimited Premium, 100 gigs of priority. That was actually double than the T-Mobile prepaid plan we were just looking at. And the 50 gigs of hotspot, that's really nice too. And the international data is just unbelievable. 100 gigs in Canada and Mexico. That's more than the postpaid carriers, like the big carriers, Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Well, maybe not AT&T, but T-Mobile and Verizon. That's what more than what they offer. And then 50 gigs in 200 plus countries. That's basically the most out of anyone. So I think Google Fi Unlimited Premium, awesome if you have a watch line, awesome if you have a tablet line because those are included for free, awesome if you travel a lot internationally because everything just works. International calls are billed at 20 cents a minute. But yeah, I think you can save money, right? Like US Mobile is going to be a better value for a lot of people with the features it offers. And Mint Mobile is going to be probably, I argued this is probably the best truly unlimited plan on the T-Mobile network right now. So Google Fi is good. And I think you can also save money with some of the other plans. Just really depends on what your needs are. So Jaime, I hope that helps answer your question and what my thoughts are on Google Fi's new plans. Definitely a step up from what they were offering before. And the T-Mobile landscape still remains competitive. All right, AV Geek Guy, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate you. Slaughter 2.0, or maybe it's Slafter, S-Laughter. I want to walk away from Boost Mobile's iPhone $65 plan. Do you know of a company that will buy my current plan? When you say current plan, I'm going to assume current phone. And I think Verizon will, and I think T-Mobile will as well. Oh yeah, boom. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Add to stage. So I'm going to say it's laughter. I'm going to say laughter. Break your contract, get up to $800 off your phone. So what Verizon is offering here is they will give you up to $800 in prepaid MasterCards when you purchase a new line from them and you leave Boost, basically. And the situation is you will need to pay out of pocket for your Boost Mobile iPhone to get it unlocked and to like finish that agreement and be able to move on to a new carrier. I guess, yeah, that's the bottom line. You still need to pay it off, and then Verizon's just going to reimburse that with a prepaid MasterCard. So you're still paying a good chunk of money up front, but then you can get a good deal. If you do end up paying off that phone, you could then potentially just use that as a trade-in device and upgrade to a new iPhone 16 or iPhone 16 Pro or whatever. get it on us, right? Like 16 Pro Max on Verizon, online only with a new line on Unlimited Ultimate, no trade-in required. I mean, that's pretty incredible right there. So definitely something to kind of keep in mind. I think T-Mobile might be doing this as well. Let's go ahead and find out for you and zoom in for a little bit. See all deals. So they're offering a lot of free smartphones. I wonder if I do like T-Mobile buyout contract. Here we go. Family freedom. I guess this is a thing. So, well, it looks like this is targeted towards 4 lines, but you could still give them a call or check this out or ask T-Mobile, see what your options are. But I think high probability they will allow you to do that, and they will give you prepaid Mastercards or something. Or if they don't give you a prepaid Mastercard, you can just do one of their normal deals and get like a free phone or whatever. Everyone is giving away free phones. Okay. It is crazy. S25. I think Verizon has the best deals right now because their network is hurting. They just lost a bunch of new customers and they want new customers to come back to them. So that's why Verizon is just doing aggressive deals like a 16 Pro Max with no trade-in required. Like I could go and grab that tomorrow if I wanted to. I would be paying $90 to $100 a month probably. I think it's closer to 90 or 95 after tax, but you could do it. You could do it, right? And then I think AT&T also will buy out a contract. Oops. Buy out contract. Deals, offers, and more. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. Clear advertising. Switch to AT&T and get up to $800 per line. So yeah, that's what I would say. S Laughter 2.0. Consider going to one of the big guys. They're basically the only carriers that will buy you out. Or alternatively, I mean, what I would advocate for, right, is you consider just buying off your Boost mobile phone, making sure it's unlocked from Boost. It says no SIM restrictions. And then you can use whatever plan you want to. And you could just grab like a cheap $25 like US Mobile Unlimited starter. That's what I'm on. You could do one of the new Visible plans. Those are incredible. You could do MobileX if you want like a pay per use kind of plan. Just heaps of great options out there. So I hope that is helpful. And then we also have Travis. Thank you so much for your generosity and your super chat. Travis says, Stetson, what do you think about the iPhone 16e for someone on the Metro by T-Mobile network? Travis, I think it's a great device. I wouldn't recommend it though. I mean, if you're getting a deal, right? So let's see, Metro by T-Mobile. Are they offering deals on the iPhone 16e? So it says get a bunch of phones for free. Let's just go to phones or maybe deals. Apple deals. That's what we want to see. iPhone 13, iPhone 14, iPhone 15, iPhone 16. I'm not even seeing any deals on it. So Travis, here's what I would say. If you are getting some kind of deal on iPhone 16e from Metro, then sure, why not? It's a great phone. It's got a lot of the features people need. It's got great battery life. That said, for the same price or very similar price, you could actually grab yourself an iPhone 15 Pro. And this is going to be a way better device. It's got more cameras. You've got that ultra wide along with the telephoto. You're going to get 120 hertz refresh rate display, which I think is incredible. Feels so fast, so smooth. It's still going to have that action button. It's still going to have Apple Intelligence. And all you got to do is check out a site such as Swappa. You can grab an iPhone 15 Pro. This hurts my soul a little bit because I actually have one of these that's been sitting around that I need to sell. And I'm just like losing value on it. But let's say you need something good condition, and we'll try and find something that's a pretty decent battery health. So here's one, yeah, $650, right? I think, what is that, $50 more than the iPhone 16e. And this is a gently used iPhone 15 Pro. Looks like this person has a screen protector pre-applied. They got a chip out of it. So, maybe you grab a new screen protector. And it also looks like, I think they might have had a case, or maybe it was just the screen protector that was throwing me off. But the screen's probably in great condition. And yeah, if you're open to a gently used phone, Travis, I think this will save you a bunch of money and give you way better features than the iPhone 16e. So like if I were recommending something to my friends, I'd be like, yo, go gently used iPhone 15 Pro all day, every day. I think I'll eventually have mine listed on here and you can check it out. But 660, the problem is the battery health is like 85. You kind of want something more in the 90s is what I think. But here's one that's white. I mean, look at this. It's like good condition, good battery health. Yeah, maybe there's some nicks on it because it's gently used, but for the amount of money you're saving, I mean, this launched what last year, or I guess technically it would have been 2023 in the fall, but I mean, it's just last year's model, and you're getting it for $650. Like that's outrageous. So, Travis, I hope that is helpful. I don't know if that really answered your question, but that's what I would suggest for some of my friends. iPhone 16e is great. And I think the iPhone 15 Pro is going to be just way better overall. So, wow, so many chats. Thank you guys so much. Travis gifted 10 memberships. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Mark Smith, thank you so much again. Appreciate you. I saw you signed up for Coverage Map Pro, so thank you very much for that. If you guys are curious, you can grab the free Coverage Map app. It's available on the Apple App Store and on Google Play for comparing coverage. It's pretty cool. And we've got some updates that are cooking right now, and I think you guys are going to be pumped about them. Travis said, I think all MVNOs should be shut down. They provide way too much value to consumers. Travis, do you not like saving money? Do you just like spending money? I don't know. I think competition is good. It's healthy. It allows people to afford connectivity. Not everyone can afford the 80, 90, or $100 a month prices that we're starting to see from the big carriers. So I think competition is good. All right, we've got subs. I'm having trouble reading this. I'm sorry, like subsonic bassist. That didn't come out right, did it? Subsonic bassist. There it is. Hey Stetson, need a plan on T-Mobile network for 3 lines. Google Fi great speed, but throttles hard, and US Mobile is lower priority. Is that a big deal? Subsonic bassist, I do not think priority is a big deal on the T-Mobile network. From my testing, I haven't had any issues with it. What I would suggest you try out, I mean, you can consider doing US Mobile. You can do their unlimited premium plan. That's going to give you a heaping amount of data, 100 gigs high speed, and then 1 megabit per second. Or depending on your needs, I guess you're saying Google Fi throttles hard, so I'm assuming you're hitting the 50 gig limit that they have. So then US Mobile will either hopefully exceed that or the 1 megabit per second. I mean, that's usable, but definitely slow. What I would do if I were in your shoes, subsonic bassist, is I would try out a line on US Mobile. Like I would switch one of your lines over to US Mobile, test it out for a month, see if you notice a performance difference with that deprioritized data. Personally, I don't think you will. I haven't noticed it for my testing, but hey, every network is different. Every region is different. Everything is different. So test it out, see what you think. If this plan works for you, I mean, you could either keep it because it's a great plan. You can get it for even cheaper if you opt for the annual version. I think their annual version drops the price to $32.50, something like that. Let's see what they got cooking. Plans, unlimited premium, yeah, $32.50. You would get that one. The $29 is only on the AT&T network. You don't want that. You want the T-Mobile network, and that's going to be $32.50. So you could either like stick with US Mobile and just swap annual to save some money if you wanted to, or ultimate cheapest option, it will be the Mint Mobile plan, right? Truly unlimited high-speed data. It is deprioritized, 10 gigs of hotspot, and then 480p video streaming, which you can get around with a VPN. So kind of up to you and what your needs are and what you're looking for. I think for 3 lines, it's going to be, probably US Mobile or Mint Mobile. And depending on how often you like to upgrade your devices, I mean, if I bring up my newsletter, where did that breakdown go? Maybe I won't bring it up because I'll be hunting around for a while. But if you do upgrade your phone or you like to upgrade your devices every 2 years, then it can make sense to go with T-Mobile postpaid just because of the trading credits they're going to give you. And then I would go for the Experience More plan in that scenario. But honestly, for 3 lines, I would try out US Mobile, see what it's like. If you need more data, boom, you can consider Mint Mobile if you're okay with that annual commitment. And if not, US Mobile monthly is pretty great. And if it turns out one line needs less data, you can hop on that unlimited starter plan. Monthly, that's going to be 25 bucks, and you're getting 35 gigs of high speed. I'll just pull it up on the website. I actually think I just have it on the homepage, which will make it easy. Actually, I don't think I have it on the homepage. I think I moved it. Yeah, the Dark Star version, but it's 25 bucks, 35 gigs high speed, and then 10 gigs hotspot on the T-Mobile network. So you're getting half of that on the T-Mobile network, but great plan overall. So I hope that is helpful. And again, I do not think that the priority is a big deal on the T-Mobile network specifically. It is a bigger deal on Verizon's LTE network. I think that's where I've seen it play into effect the most. So, awesome. LG times TM74. VGraphs really loves the Apple iPhone 16e. There you go. It is a good phone. I think the iPhone 15 Pro is a little bit better. That'd be my advice. So, yeah, I hope that is helpful. And thank you guys so much for all the chats. Oh my gosh, we have even more people. Left on for you, a new member. Thank you so much for joining. Sandy W. In the middle of my free US Mobile Warp plan. So that's going to be the Verizon network. I want to add a tablet. Should I just add it by the gig plan? Also switching mom over to US Mobile plan. Yeah, Sandy W. really depends on what your needs are, I guess I would say, for your tablet line. If I'm in your shoes, like your options are basically, let's head over to US Mobile. I'm pretty sure, as I understand it, at least it used to be the case, they would just allow you to put an unlimited premium plan or an unlimited starter plan in a tablet. So if Sandy, if you're like, yeah, I really want like 35 gigs high speed data in my tablet, I would just grab unlimited starter and throw it in your tablet for an extra 25 bucks a month. If you wanted to save some money, maybe you're not using your tablet as much, that's when I would opt for one of the buy the gig plans, right? You can do 15 bucks for 5 gigs, that's pretty good, or maybe 10 bucks, 10 gigs for 20 bucks. This is another great option. If you feel like you're going to be going over 10 gigabytes, that's when I would say, hey, you might as well jump up to that unlimited starter plan and give yourself a healthy 35 gigs of data that you can use. And they may have changed their policy on this. Candidly, I'm just not sure, but I do believe it was the case. You could just use these plans in the tablet and they didn't care. So that's probably what I would do, Sandy. I hope that is helpful. Thank you again so much for your support and generosity there. VGraphs is saying that LG and LG, TM74, and Travis, they all use the iPhone 16e and they like it. Hey, I respect it, guys. This is a good phone. Exciting because it's got Apple's new C1 chip in it, right? And it's probably got amazing battery life. I'm still on Team iPhone 15 Pro. I'm still on Team iPhone 15 Pro. That's where I stand. I think that's it. Jordan is asking, what is to stop us from having Verizon / T-Mobile or whatever, buying our phone and then stopping service after a month? Jordan, that is a great question, and it comes into the fine print of the deals. Let's see if we can pull one up for you as an example. The carriers, believe me, they have thought of this. They are very aware that people could come to them and then leave. So break your contract, get up to $800 off, pay off your phone. So you're thinking, all right, great. I switched to Verizon for a month. They pay my phone off. I pay net, I don't know, 80, 90 bucks for the month, and then I'm free. Well, not exactly. If you look at the fine print here, let's see if we can zoom in on this. Wow. So you're getting up to $800 via prepaid MasterCards, and it's sent within 8 weeks. So that means you're probably going to be a customer for at least 2 months. It requires purchase and port in with new smartphone line on Unlimited Welcome, Postpaid Unlimited Plus, or Unlimited Ultimate. You must provide your most recent bill showing payoff amount of the mobile number being ported, which must be at month 4 or later of the installment agreement. So with the previous carrier, I believe. Redeem offer at My Verizon within 60 days of the order confirmation or by no later than July 14th, 2025, whichever is first. If service is canceled within 6 months, right, or eligibility requirements are no longer met, you will be charged back for the full value of the prepaid MasterCard. So, Jordan, if you try and go with this method and you leave after a month, Verizon's just going to charge you the full cost of the prepaid MasterCards that they sent you. Limit one offer per port in, maximum 12 port ins, limited time offer. The card is issued from Sunrise Banks, and there's a bunch of other stuff that I do not want to read. So there you go. So this specifically, that block of text is what will stop you from switching, getting your device paid off, and leaving after a month. The carriers, they have thought of this, and they will make sure that they get money. They will not leave empty-handed. Green, thank you so much for your generosity and your super chat. Great to see you here in the live stream. Will I be able to keep my Go 5G Plus, or will I be automatically switched to the new plans? Will I still be able to qualify for a multi-line discount? Yes, Green, this is such an excellent question, and I have excellent news for you. If you are an existing Go 5G Plus customer, you get to keep your Go 5G Plus plan. Nothing is changing, at least right now. T-Mobile may add taxes and fees to that plan, or do something else later down the line that increase the cost. But for right now, nothing is changing. Price is the same. You get to keep your exact same price and features, and you have the ability to add lines to your account. And because the way T-Mobile works is all lines on the account are on the same plan, you will be adding extra Go 5G Plus lines to your account. So all your lines will be on Go 5G Plus, and you get to keep that plan for as long as you remain a T-Mobile customer. I don't think I've heard of T-Mobile forcing customers off of plans just yet. They have just gone back and somehow retroactively increased fees here and there that add up to the cost. But yeah, for right now, you're good. You'll qualify for the multi-line discount. Taxes and fees will remain included. And as far as I understand it, you should be eligible for the mid to high device promos. So I think it'll either be $300 or $830 off the new phones when they drop. At least that's how it's been. So yeah, thank you so much for your super chat, and I hope that is helpful. Let's see. Cool 30. Hi, Stetson. Looking for a new plan with a free phone every 2 to 3 years, 100 gigs or more of priority data, and the cheapest price current plan is T-Mobile Essentials for $120 a month for 4 lines. Okay. Cool 30. I have good news. I think we can just knock this out in a spreadsheet. So let me go ahead and pull that up. I would say 2 years or 3 years. That's kind of a difference. I'm gonna go with 3 years and keep it easy, because I think more and more people are holding on to their devices longer. And my guess is that you will likely do that as well. And if not, that's totally fine. I'll show you where to find the 2-year pricing. So here's the deal. I looked at upgrade costs, right? Looks like we have, this is just me on another tab. I was like, there's someone else here. That would have been cool. But it's literally just me. So net upgrade cost, upgrading your phone every 3 years, looking at plan and phone. We have this Google Sheet. This is a free Google Sheet, by the way. And I think I can just copy the link and throw it in the chat so you guys can poke around on here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and group this by lines. And we can actually go ahead. Let's just go down to 4 lines, right? That's what you said, 4 lines. So if you have 4 lines, the ultimate cheapest option is going to be unlimited starter. Oh, look at all the people who are joining. That's pretty cool. Unlimited starter SL will be your most affordable option. Now, this does not have priority data. I don't think you need that on AT&T. I don't think it is as big of a deal. And this is the cheapest option. So Cool 30, I suggest you consider this plan. It does have everything I think most people need, right? Truly unlimited data, 5 gigs of hotspot, and it's a great price. And what's kicker is it's eligible for all of AT&T's best device deals. So even though it's the most affordable plan, you're still getting $1,000 off the iPhone 16 Pro Max or 17 Pro Max or whatever. And you can look at the net cost here, $549 per line per year is what that's going to mean. Yeah, cost per year. And these are all per line. So $549.54 per line per year. If you wanted something better, you could do T-Mobile Go 5G Plus. I haven't updated this spreadsheet because it's more manual, but this is going to pretty closely translate to the what is it? No, the Experience More plan. Just can't believe those plans name. Experience More and Experience Beyond? Like, come on, T-Mobile, who's naming these things? Where were the good old Magenta days? Oh, I miss it. I miss it so much. Anyway, it's going to be T-Mobile Experience More, very similar in price to this. And that would actually let you upgrade every 2 years if you wanted the flexibility to do that. What's the net cost? Let me actually select this. I could really improve the formatting here. Excuse me. $678 per line per year. So that's just over $100 more per line per year over AT&T Unlimited Starter, but you are getting a significantly better plan, right? So if we just go in here, let's just reset this. Go over to plans and T-Mobile Experience More. What do you get? We kind of covered it in the beginning of the stream. There it is. Truly unlimited priority data. So check. 60 gigs of hotspot. That's awesome. 4K video streaming. Awesome. $12 for a watch, $20 for a tablet. Great international features. This is a premium plan. And with the phone upgrade, that's pretty affordable. Net cost, right? So this is assuming you're trading in your device, you're upgrading every 3 years through T-Mobile. And you could upgrade every 2 years too, if you wanted to. Next, you have Verizon Unlimited Plus. This could be an option. It is kind of expensive. Verizon's plans do tend to be more expensive here. But this is something to consider as well. And this is assuming $830 of credit on Unlimited Plus, which I think is possible now because I think Verizon just started doing that. And that's going to be $732 per line per year. So a little bit more. What is that, like $60-ish more than Go 5G Plus? Maybe less. I'm going to say it's probably closer to $50 more per line per year. But yeah, those are the 3 ones I would look at. And like you could stick with a cheaper plan, right? Like if you got a $25 plan, I mean, this is the other thing, right? A $25 plan. I don't think there's any $25 plan that's going to hit your criteria of the 100 gigs plus priority data though. Like the most you can do is no, you can't. You just can't do it, unfortunately. You could do like Visible plus the $35 plan, and that would still be reasonably close in price if you just wanted that flexibility, right? That unlocked phone, the ability to switch plans anytime you wanted to. That could be an option. Actually, I can just plug that in for you right now, and we can see what it would be. So let's say it's $35. Your cost per year per line, I'm sorry about that, is going to be $566. Nope, that didn't update, did it? 35. Wait. 35. Oh, is this view only? Is that why? Hang on. Let me go into my other profile and go ahead, do a little bit of finessing here. All right, where were we? Like, here we go. Boom. And here, I'll just add a new row. Do a little copy paste action and then smash in a 35. And go back to stream so I can see what I'm looking at. $686, right? So that's actually going to be more. What is that? More than AT&T Unlimited Starter, but I think it's less than T-Mobile, right? 678. Oh, it's actually a little bit more than T-Mobile, but it's not that much more, and it does give you that flexibility. So that's what I would say. Cool 30. I hope that helps. Chris Welsh, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Chris is asking, do you think Google Fi is a decent value now for unlimited plans? Unlimited lines. That is a fantastic question. Let's go ahead and dive in. I think I have Google Fi entered correctly on the site, but in case I don't, we will pull up the official Google Fi website. We'll go to plans and let's see 4 lines. Okay, yeah. Chris, honestly, happy you mentioned this. Unlimited standard at $25 a line for 4 lines. I think this is the sweet spot because now you're getting 50 gigs of data per line and 25 gigs of hotspot. And this is priority data. Easily, like what most people need Fantastic price at 25 bucks. Now, Google Fi, I do believe, has pretty high taxes and fees. I'm not sure why, but at least when I signed up before in Massachusetts, I remember them being pretty high. So I should probably sign up again and just like check what's going on there. But yeah, unlimited standard, great, great value. Google Fi is saying this is their most popular plan. That could also just mean they make the most money off of it. 40 bucks, like that's definitely way better. So it's going to be better than US Mobile Unlimited Premium at this point because US Mobile Unlimited Premium's $44. But, after taxes and fees, this might be more expensive. So, yeah, I think my preference would be unlimited standard and then upgrade to unlimited premium just when you need it. If you're going abroad, you're traveling internationally, I would switch over to that on like a per month kind of basis. But otherwise, fantastic option. And if you throw in those offers, right? That's really where the value is. Like your whole family grabbing Google Pixel 9 Pros and Watch 3s. That would just be insane. I'm just imagining my future family, right? And like switching carriers, we all get brand new phones. That would just be fun. For me, it would be fun. All right, Vixen, US Mobile Unlimited Flex with extra 2 gigabytes versus US Mobile 10 gigs. Awesome, awesome question. I actually think I don't have the Unlimited Flex plan on my website right now. Yeah. I think I deleted it because US Mobile said they were no longer offering it. So we'll pull up the US Mobile website and let's just crunch through it. So one, US Mobile Unlimited Flex is annual at $17.50 a month. 10 gigabytes high-speed data, 5 gigabytes hotspot, free international data add-on, a free add-on. What am I saying? It's a paid add-on. It's available though. And then international calling and texting is included. MobileX, pull up. I do have MobileX entered. It's the unlimited 10 plan. This is monthly, 15 bucks a month, still priority. So both offer priority. I think MobileX, this could be wrong. I'm like, is it 5 gigs of hotspot or 10 gigs of hotspot? I don't even think MobileX says on their website. Was it mymobilex.com? Plans. Okay. So unlimited plans. Oh, shoot, it does. Let's zoom way in on this. Check this out. The unlimited 10 plan says it includes 10 gigabytes of hotspot. So all of a sudden, compared to US Mobile, where's the US Mobile tab? You're going from 5 gigs of hotspot to 10 gigs of hotspot. And MobileX is month to month as opposed to requiring an annual commitment. So Vixen, if I'm in your shoes, I would go with MobileX, to be honest. I think that's the move. You're no annual commitment, month to month. You get to use all of your 10 gigs of high-speed data as hotspot data. And yeah, I mean, US Mobile is going to have a better app, right? Like MobileX, they've got a good app and it's seen a lot of improvements. And I also think it still needs some work. So US Mobile, they're ahead in the mobile app department, but from a plan perspective, like once you get everything set up, I think I would consider MobileX. I also haven't tried if RCS works on MobileX. I don't necessarily want to assume yes, but I certainly hope so at this point. So Vixen, I hope that is helpful. I think I would lean towards MobileX just in terms of price performance, and it doesn't require that commitment. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. All right, we got Chris Clark. Thank you so much, Chris, for your generosity and your super chat. Really appreciate you. What do we say here? I'm just trying to see if you had any other any chats. Chris says, I got total $25 now, just running in my car for maps and streaming radio. Anything less expensive you might suggest? Chris, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're on total for 25 bucks, you've got one of the best plans in the industry right now, right? Like Total Wireless. I'll just use the my own site here so we can see the details. To Total Wireless's credit, they actually do a pretty good job of putting their plan details on their website. So, right, if you're on the Total 5G Unlimited plan, you're cooking, Chris. Like you've got such a great plan already. You've got unlimited priority data on the Verizon network. You've got 15 gigs of high-speed hotspot data, 720p video streaming. The watch is not supported, but you do have the option to add a tablet. You're getting free international calls and texts, and you're getting 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico and 10 gigs in 17 Latin American countries. Like, and you're getting it for all $25 a month, if I understand your comment correctly. So, yeah, the bottom line here, Chris, you're getting one of the best plans in the industry. So I would stick. I would stick, honestly. If I was in your shoes, I would stick. The only thing that might be more affordable is if, I mean, we just talked about MobileX Unlimited. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, but like if you're using under 10 gigs of data, MobileX could easily say, actually, as I'm saying this, I'm using under 10 gigs of data with my US mobile plan. Like maybe I should switch. Oh my gosh. What is happening? We got a super chat from Travis. Travis, thank you so much for your unreasonable generosity. I truly appreciate it. All of the money that is raised here goes straight into cell phone plans and testing for you guys and the Best Phone Plans website and paying for hosting and the coverage map project and everything like that. So really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Travis says, Stetson, I need to go wash my dentures. Tell Zachary to unban me from Discord. I'm still sick to my stomach over the lies. Bye-bye. So I guess this message is really for Zachary. So just would you please consider unbanning Travis? It sounds like maybe you guys have some things to discuss off stream and off chat, but hopefully you're able to get it resolved. And Travis seems like a nice dude or a nice person from what I can see here. So hopefully you're able to unban him. But there you go. And Travis, thank you so much for the memberships as well. All right, let's see what we got going in the chat. IG1315. Would you prefer Boost Mobile $25 plan versus US Mobile $29 annual Dark Star plan? Man, these are tough questions. I mean, this one's actually not that tough. IG1315. I think if I'm in your shoes, I'm going to hit up US Mobile, right? So let's take a look. What are we talking about? What are we looking at here? US Mobile, $29. Oh, it's so good. No, easily. What am I saying? US Mobile all day, every day in this scenario. So with the $29 plan, actually, I don't like how they have so many asterisks and their website is kind of confusing. So let's go here. US Mobile Unlimited Premium Dark Star. I separated all of the plans out on my website by network because I was annoyed that the different networks had different features. So IG1315, you're looking at US Mobile, and this one is available for $29 for a year. I should probably add that somewhere on this card because I haven't. And what you're getting is just unreasonably good. Unlimited priority data, truly unlimited priority data on the AT&T network for $29 a month. Unreasonably good. You're getting 200 gigabytes of hotspot data, 100 gigs at full speed, 100 gigs at 8 megabit per second, and then unlimited at 600 kilobits per second, which I think is unusable. So basically 200 gigs of hotspot, still really, really good. That's more than you can get from AT&T directly right now. I don't know if AT&T knows that, but they're getting one upped by an MVNO. You're also getting 4K video. So outstanding core plan performance. Watch is not supported, but you can add a tablet, right? And so that's just using one of the buy the gig plans from US Mobile. And then international features are stellar. International calls and texts, boom, included. 20 gigabytes of high-speed data roaming in Canada and Mexico, and then up to 20 gigabytes in 49 countries, and you're getting 200 minutes and 250 texts. So I would go with this plan all day, every day. I mean, if you look at the Boost Mobile plan, it's a little tricky. If you're on the native network, you get unlimited high speed, but if you're not on the native network, then it is 30 gigs. And so I don't know where you live and what you would get, but that's kind of what the situation is like. In terms of other features, this plan is just unfortunately super limited. So deprioritized if you're roaming on AT&T, if you're on the native Boost network, network, it doesn't really matter because no one else is on the network. So you basically get the network to yourself. Hotspot is a paid add-on, right? So if you need hotspot data, Boost is instantly going to kick up to $35 a month. After that, you do get 4K video streaming on the native network. But again, if you're roaming, then you're getting knocked down to 480p. Good thing with Boost, though, is if you do want that Apple Watch, $10 to add that. And they do support a tablet add-on as well. And then international features, they're there, but they are all paid add-ons. So looking at $10 for, I think, an international calling and texting add-on. There's a $10 add-on for getting 5 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and a $20 add-on for 1 gig of international data. Yeah, I mean, excuse me, I just smashed the microphone there. IG 1315, I would go US Mobile, unlimited premium Dark Star, all day, every day. I'm like typing what I'm saying. Unlimited premium Dark Star, yeah, this plan, it rocks. So I hope that is helpful. I'd go US Mobile all day, every day. They just have a way better app as well and way better customer service. Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Jason's Adventures is saying, hey, Stetson, US Mobile Unlimited Starter here on Verizon. It's perfect for me. Jason, it's funny you mentioned that. That is the exact plan that I have for my personal line on my iPhone 16 Pro. Absolutely love it. I think I did discover on stream that I'm overpaying for it. Let me just quickly confirm that here. So I just tweeted this out. Again, the US Mobile team is watching this. I need a niche feature to hide my number. Yeah, look at this. Let me turn off night shift so it doesn't look gross on stream. And just pop on do not disturb. This is my personal line, personal usage. 7.1 gigabytes, everybody. 7.1 gigabytes. I don't know about you, but if you were paying attention to the stream, I said that you could get 10 gigabytes for much less than $25, right? I mean, if I want to stick with US Mobile, I can, where did that go? I can grab that unlimited flex plan. It is annual, but I would save money. 10 gigs seems perfect for me. Let's actually get out of here. Or MobileX, they would actually save me money as well. That's too funny. That is too funny. Oh my gosh. The drama on the stream continues. VGraphs is Scott, by the way. EJPSM. Jeeps? I'm like trying to figure out. Electric Jeeps? Thank you so much for the super chat. VGraphs is Scott. So thank you, everyone. Yeah. VGraphs, 7.1 gigabytes in 1 month. That's kind of crazy. The god of coverage map barely uses data. Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say I just have multiple lines, multiple devices, right? Like S25 Ultra, Pixel 9 Pro XL. These devices, they cook when I'm testing plans. And I actually got 3 different iPhone 16s, one Verizon, one AT&T, one T-Mobile, so I can go out and test. And I think my T-Mobile line hit over a terabyte 1 month just because the speeds were so fast. I ran so many tests. Luke is asking, hey, Stetson, what are the best unlimited plans on the Verizon and AT&T networks? Main number is T-Mobile. I want to speed test to help coverage map, so I need at least 50 gigabytes. Ooh, Luke, that is a great question. And I'm trying to think here. I mean, the answer is easy. The answer is easy on Verizon and tricky on AT&T. I'll give you the Verizon answer first. It's just going to be Visible, right? It's going to be Visible Plus. $35 a month for unlimited priority data. I mean, let me go to my website so you can see the full details. Visible Plus. Visible Plus right here. Unlimited high-speed data. It is unlimited priority data and unlimited hotspot data. My line, my Visible line, I'm still in the process of testing that 450 gigabyte cap, but I've used over 400 gigs in the past month. It actually renews, in like 2 days? I have to finish that test. Otherwise, my data cycle will renew. And it's been totally fine. I'm still getting full speeds. It's working great. So I would say Visible Plus, hands down my pick for testing unlimited data on the Verizon network. AT&T network, I would say US Mobile Unlimited Premium, but their terms actually kind of forbid abusive speed testing, as they call it. So in that case, I'm going to say AT&T Prepaid, Unlimited Max. Oh, you know what? It's because I spelled AT&T with my abbreviated way. Here we go. I mean, AT&T prepaid unlimited max could be a good option, but as I'm thinking about this, the other really good option, if you're okay with it, is actually going to be Cricket's annual plan because that's just it's $300 up front, but you get it for a year. And even though it's deprioritized, I don't think that matters if you're just contributing to the coverage map. Like, think about it. Most people on AT&T are actually deprioritized. And so even though you're testing with a deprioritized plan, what you're getting is real world performance. Like, those are the speeds that most people will be getting on the AT&T network, just due to the nature of it. So yeah, I would say Visible Plus or Cricket Unlimited 12 months are probably the two best options there. Green is saying, are these new plans from T-Mobile a response to Verizon changing their unlimited ultimate plan? Which is the better value between the plans? Great question, Green. And I think it is a response. I think T-Mobile, they had these plans ready to go and they were just waiting. They were kind of resting on their laurels. They were seeing what was going to happen. And I think when they saw Verizon launch their new plans, boom, T-Mobile pounced. And I guess they really just upgraded prices. They just increased prices is what they did. Um, and I think it was kind of a response. So if we look at the coverage map website, or excuse me, the best phone plans website, and let's grab the Verizon Unlimited Ultimate plan. Unlimited welcome. Here we go. Unlimited Ultimate. Add to compare. And let's grab Beyond Unlimited. I mean, to T-Mobile's credit, no other plan has the word Beyond in it. So it's very easy to find on my site. And I appreciate that. And yeah, I do think it's in response to this because we saw a lot of changes that really up T-Mobile's plans in terms of features to be more on par with Verizon. Sadly, including taxes and fees being extra, if we're being honest, right? Like, Verizon's been doing it for ages, and yeah, T-Mobile, sad to see. Sad to see the day come. All right. The system is still loading. Here we go. So, Green, let's hide your comment so we can really dive in here quickly. But when you're looking at these two plans, Verizon Unlimited Ultimate or T-Mobile Experience Beyond, price. Verizon, I can't believe I'm saying this. Verizon is cheaper. And if you bring your own device, you're getting $540 off, which is 540 divided by 36, $15. So if you bring your own device, you're paying $75 a month for Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, substantially less than the T-Mobile Experience Beyond plan. Or if you want to pay full price for Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, Verizon will literally give you, what did their deal say? A free, okay, let's actually zoom out. iPhone 16 Pro Max, get it on us. Boom, there it is. So, and that's with a new line and no trade-in. Kind of incredible. In terms of plan features, both offer unlimited priority. The hotspot was a big response. We saw Verizon upgrade its hotspot data, going from 60 gigabytes to 200 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot data, and then lifting the throttle. So before, you got unlimited hotspot at 600 kilobits per second on LTE and 3 megabits per second on 5G ultra wideband. So like barely usable on 5G ultra wideband. Verizon has fixed this, made it significantly better. Unlimited hotspot data at 6 megabits per second when you are on 5G ultra wideband and LTE. Massive improvement there. T-Mobile, they saw that, they responded, they did 250 gigs hotspot data. I'm feeling pretty confident that was a last minute change and they just wanted to do something that went up to Verizon. And realistically, it doesn't matter. Not that many customers are going to be using 250 gigs of hotspot. But what kills this for me, unlimited data afterwards at 600 kilobits per second, this is unusable. Like, if I was a heavy hotspot user, I would much rather Verizon's plan than T-Mobile's plans here. Both offer 4K video streaming. That said, Verizon is 4K on 5G ultra wideband, and it's 1080p on LTE and 5G nationwide. So something to keep in mind there. Both offer international texting. I'm pretty sure it's to all the same countries. I could just, be missing some on Verizon. Verizon, a little bit better international call wise. This is kind of ridiculous, but they include up to 300 minutes to one country of your choice from 140 eligible countries. If you're on T-Mobile, it is a $15 add-on to make international calls to 70 plus countries. So Verizon definitely better in terms of included international calling. Canada and Mexico roaming is different. I do think T-Mobile's approach is a little bit better for most people. So T-Mobile gives you 30 gigs per month, all of it all at once up front. Verizon, they're doing 2 gigs a day. Now, 2 gigs a day is technically 60 gigs a month, which is more than T-Mobile, but because it's only 2 gigs a day, if you have some heavy days, then you could hit that throttle. And the throttle on Verizon, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it was 600 kilobits per second in Canada and Mexico after that 2 gigs, but that might have changed because they actually did change it for the international roaming. So international roaming, T-Mobile just updated their plan to match. They actually tripled international data from 5 gigs to 15 gigs, and Verizon, of course, was at 15 gigs. So T-Mobile basically matching that. There's one massive difference here, and it is that Verizon gives you unlimited data at 1.5 megabits per second, whereas T-Mobile, I think it's 256 kilobits per second. Let's go down to the fine print. Yeah, so T-Mobile, 256 kilobits per second, Verizon, 1.5 megabits per second. So international data, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Verizon Unlimited Ultimate is a better option for frequent international travelers. So yeah, there you go. And then pricing, I haven't entered the estimated totals here, but tax and fees are going to be extra on both. So I think Verizon's the better value. And what's really cool is actually the perks, right? So Verizon lets you choose what perks you want, and then you save money on that perk. T-Mobile, they're like, they're smashing their plan full of stuff, but not everybody's going to want Netflix Standard with ads or Apple TV Plus or Hulu or a 1-year AAA membership. Like, the perks only matter if you use them. And so Verizon's stance is like, we're just going to give you discounts on stuff. You pick what stuff you want, and I think that is a better option. So there you go. VGraphs, thank you again for your generosity and your super chat, and I hope that is helpful comparing the new T-Mobile Experience Beyond plan with Verizon Unlimited Ultimate. If I'm signing up for one of these, I would be going Verizon Unlimited Ultimate. I think the combination of the features it offers, the device promos, just everything about it is premium. And Verizon, they have their new network slicing, so they'll actually give you, if you connect to a 5G standalone site, you'll get a dedicated network slice for FaceTime calls and video calls and stuff such as that. So there you go, Green. I hope that is helpful in terms of comparing the two. And then VGraphs wants to unban his friend from Discord. His user is Queef. So VGraphs, thank you very much for your generosity and your support. I'm sorry to say I'm not sure if we're going to be able to unban Travis at this time, but thank you though. I appreciate it. And then APC Man, would it be worth it to switch from Visible Plus Pro to US Mobile Warp Premium, as US Mobile has better security as two-factor authentication and customer service? APC Man, to be candid with you, I don't think so. And the reason I say that is, right, if we just pull the plans here, Visible Plus Pro is a better plan. And Visible, at least for my testing, does have two-factor authentication. Like, I have to, whenever I try and sign into my Visible app, it prompts either Face ID or it'll send a text. So I actually think Visible is pretty secure. I think they do have two-factor authentication. If you haven't turned that on, definitely check your settings to see if you can turn it on, because I think I do have that on my accounts. And then Visible is just a way better plan. And theoretically, you're not going to need customer service, right? So I don't think it would be worth it to switch. I wouldn't go through the hassle. I think you're already on an incredible offer. But we can quickly go through the differences here. Visible Plus Pro, I'll add the annual and the monthly, and then let's just grab US Mobile Unlimited Premium. And it's the Warp Network. Yeah, I'll add both of those. And let's compare plans now. And while that is loading in the background, because we know it is slow. Okay, yeah, DT. Visible definitely has two-factor authentication. So there you go. Chris Turner is saying turn that SIM lock. I actually don't know what SIM lock does. So if anyone knows, let me know. Joys of the San Joaquin Valley. I'm a consumer cellular customer. Customer service is 100% US based. The plans are priced very well. It is great for light to medium data users. They use the AT&T network. I like them. Yeah, joys of the San Joaquin Valley. I mean, consumer cellular, you're right. They have good customer service. Can't knock them for that. I do feel you could get more data at a better price from US Mobile. Like, I think consumer cellular, let's just look at, well, here, I can kind of do that right now. Let's see. If we go to plans. Yeah, we can, well, I'll just show you some options because I'm just about helping people save money. And I think I mean, if you like the customer service, hey, that's worth it. And I think you can also save some more money. So let's pull up the site right now, and then we'll jump back to the other question. Sorry for being all over the place. So carrier, consumer cellular, and US Mobile is really the only carrier I need. Where is it? There's US Mobile, and let's just make sure we're only looking at AT&T plans. So if we go down here, consumer cellular, 20 bucks for a gig of shared data, and US Mobile, you can get 10 times the data, 20 bucks for 10 gigs of shared data. So that's one option. If you were a lighter user, you could do $10 for 2 gigs. So half the price and double the data. Looks like consumer cellular's 5 gig plan, 25 bucks for 5 gigs. Again, you can do $20 for 10 gigs. Or if you wanted to go crazy, 25 bucks can get you 70 gigs. It's not shared, but $25 per line would get you 70 gigs of high speed and 20 gigs of hotspot. $35, you're getting 10 gigs. US Mobile, 35 bucks, 20 gigs, so double the data. Or again, you can get 7 times the data with their unlimited starter Dark Star plan, and the unlimited plan, 50 gigs versus truly unlimited at a better price. So yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing bad to say about consumer cellular. It's just, I feel like they're not really that competitive. I think you can save money with some other options. And so I would definitely consider that. Anyway, let's dive into the comparison that we were trying to load up here. And it is Visible Plus versus US Mobile. Let's go ahead. Glenn S. Consumer cellular is where the flip phone is still king. Hey, if it works for people and they like it, that is okay. It's not outrageously expensive, right? It's not like Verizon or T-Mobile's new plans that are highway robbery. All right, so looking at these two, let's just look at the monthly options. 44 bucks versus $45. 100 gigs of priority on Verizon versus unlimited priority on Verizon. So more priority data on Visible. 50 gigs of high-speed hotspot versus unlimited hotspot at 15 megabits per second. This will come down to personal preference. In my view, I think I would rather have unlimited hotspot at 15 megabits per second, because 15 megabits per second is plenty fast for all of the web browsing, YouTube video watching, Reddit perusing. What else do you do on the internet? TikTok watching, like whatever you need your hotspot for. 15 megabits per second is plenty fast and it's unlimited. So the moment you go over 50 gigs, boom, Visible, way better. Video streaming quality, it's going to be better on Visible. You're getting full 4K video streaming on 5G ultra wideband, and you're getting 1080p streaming on LTE. US Mobile, it's just going to be 720p video streaming no matter the connection type, 5G, LTE, or ultra wideband. In terms of international features, US Mobile is, I think they are a bit better here, right? So you're getting international texting, that's check, same between them. US Mobile, more international calling. You're getting international calls to up to 200 countries. Visible Plus, a little bit different. Visible Plus Pro, a little bit different. 500 minutes to 85 countries. In terms of international, US Mobile's got 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico. Visible Plus Pro, 2 gigs a day. I'd probably opt for 2 gigs a day, to be honest with you, but that can be personal preference. And then US Mobile's giving you 10 gigs in 12 countries, whereas Visible gives you 2 international days per month. Now, what's super cool is if you do grab the annual version, you're getting 24 international days per year. So bottom line, I kind of forget who asked this question, so I apologize for that. But bottom line is, I think Visible Plus Pro is the better plan, and I would stick with it. Unless, I guess, like if you were open to annual and you were using under 100 gigs, like, yeah, maybe you do want to go US Mobile and you want to just save the, what is this, $5 a month. But yeah, up to you. Both also include that free Apple Watch line as well. So very, very close. I wouldn't necessarily say it's worth it to switch from one to the other. I would say if you have something and it works, perhaps stick. All right. Nick Star, why do you hate on Metro PCS? Fastest data, Apple Watch option, HD video option. Nick, does it feel like I've been hating on Metro? I mean, from my perspective, I do think Mint Mobile is the best unlimited plan, but like Metro's plans are fine. If you're a family, that's really where Metro's plans shine. And I mean, if you've tuned into other streams, I've recommended their $25 unlimited plan, and like it's a great month-to-month option. I think Mint is a little bit better just because Mint has hotspot here, and that's a deal breaker for me personally. So that's my personal bias coming in. And then Yeah, I mean, I would probably opt for Mint over these as well, but the $60 plan is packed. So I'll give you that. Amazon Prime included. Like that's actually really nice. Um, upgrades included on phones. Watch and tablet line for only $5 a month when you bring a device. Oh my, wait, this is actually really good. Metro Flex Unlimited. Dang. International texting, HD video. Yeah. Yeah, Nick, I don't mean to hate on them. Maybe I mentioned them less than I should. And the 25 gigs of hotspot. Yeah, I guess people, the questions that have been asked haven't really lended them. So I hope that helps answer your question. But yeah, no hate towards Metro. I think they're great and they're especially good for families, right? You bump these lines up, 4 lines, really good option. All right, Green. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. Thoughts on the new CMF Phone 2 Pro? I haven't seen it. Let's find it right now. Boom. We've got it. So this is by Nothing, right? Instantly recommendable, Mr. Who's the Boss. All right. Okay, cool. Oh, dang, that is a nice website, right? I mean, design perspective, right? A couple of thoughts. One, cool. Two, might be a little uncomfy to hold in the hand, right? I'm just thinking of like these bolts or screws kind of like digging into your palm a little bit. Not sure 100% how I feel about that. Triple camera setup, that's nice. Good. I mean, cool industrial design. A bummer that they have to put this text on it still. Love the symmetrical front, hole punch camera. That's nice. Are they doing a fingerprint reader? Actually, what's going on the side here? Okay, so it looks like volume rocker on the left. It looks like power button, and then I'm going to call it an action button because it's probably what they copied. But hey, that looks pretty nice. 50 megapixels, okay. MediaTek Dynasty Pro, interesting. I'd be curious what modem it has and how the cellular performance is. Okay, 4 cameras, more light, awesome. Feels like an Apple website. Can I get the price? Okay, awesome, awesome. Oh, here we go. Wait, where is it? Scroll up. There it is. $279. I mean, that does look pretty compelling for the price point, Green. I feel like, I mean, the cold hard truth, right, is like a new phone comes out. I'm just gonna like watch Marquez Brownlee's video or Mr. Who's the Boss's video and then just inherit their opinions, basically. But these specs look pretty good. 3000 nit peak brightness, 1000 hertz touch sampling rate. I don't even know if people need that. 100 hertz adaptive refresh rate. That's super nice. Engineered aesthetics. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, dual 5G, built to last. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I've got nothing. I'm not going to say anything negative about it. I will say I'm a big used guy, right? So I would go on Swappa and I would just see like, what can I get for $280? Let's see phones. Let's try Google. Pixel 8. What's the price target? $279. So Pixel 8, you could grab a Pixel 8. That would be within budget. Pixel 8 Pro would probably go over budget, but would be pretty close. And then it's like, this is a nice phone. This is a nice phone. Let's see what Samsung actually is cooking, because they're used market tanks. S21 Ultra. Wow. S22 Ultra Green for $271. That is my answer. I would probably hands down get this over the CMF. It would be very similarly priced. If you needed a S22, I mean, that's also all. You could probably get an S23, right? And that's like a crazy good phone. So that's what I would say. It seems cool. I'll have to check it out more and see what's cooking with that. Chris, is Visible really unlimited? I'm seeing a lot of videos of people getting throttled after 450 gigabytes. Chris, that's a great question. I have my line actively testing that right now. I think I'm at 408 gigabytes out of 450. And I'll just confirm I'm getting full speeds, and then I'll send it probably, I'd say later tonight, but it might be tomorrow, and use up the remainder and see if my line gets throttled. I mean, as far as I understand, it is truly unlimited, even if it's getting throttled to 4 megabits per second. I mean, right? I guess you have the ethical question of like, is it unlimited if it's throttled speeds? Maybe not, but 4 megabits per second is still plenty usable for most tasks. and it's, you know, somewhat in line. I just wish Visible was more upfront with it. So I'll reach out and try and see if we can get that confirmed, or just get them uh, to be more clear about what that is. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, Big House Productions. It's true. I like what Nothing is doing. They don't look like anything else on the market. It is true. They have a unique design, and I respect that. Right? I respect what they're doing. I respect what they're building. My stance is still kind of like, hey, maybe buy a gently used flagship over a new budget phone, right? Like the flagship phones were kind of all out. They kind of crushed it, and this is it's different, right? It's going to have a different build, different materials, and different trade-offs, perhaps, as opposed to the flagship, which was, as few trade-offs as possible. Make the best of the best for whatever 2022 or 2023 had to offer, and I think that's oftentimes going to be a little bit better than a new budget option. But that's just kind of my opinion there. VGraphs is saying that this 22 Ultra is not good. Battery isn't good. It heats up way too much. I think it's fine. I think it's going to be fine for most people. Just got US Mobile Darkstar Unlimited Premium for $35 a month for the next year. That is insane. Big House Productions. I hope you're able to save yourself some money. That is an awesome plan and an awesome deal. Yeah. Saren, you're right. Pixel 8 will kick the crap out of the junk MediaTek chip in the CMF. And that's saying something, since Tensor is junk too. That is saying something. And then you look at the Samsung phones, and I mean, you're just cooking. You're getting some of the best bang for your buck there. That's what I would say. Mesh, people use half a terabyte. Yeah, there was, Carlos S Tech is his name. He's a YouTuber into the telecom space, and he was testing out Visible. And we did see, he shared that his line was throttled after 450 gigs, but he was intentionally using data to test it. And I mean, there are some scenarios where your usage can get up. If you're away from home, you're not on Wi-Fi, and you like to stream a lot of YouTube, that can use a lot of data. Maybe you're flying and you want to download some shows on Netflix before your flight, that can use a lot of data. But yeah, using half a terabyte is kind of insane. So again, my usage, 7.1 gigabytes. Guarav, Gary, great to see you. I feel like you've asked some questions before, so welcome back. Hey, Stetson, any thoughts on the Spectrum mobile network? I have the Spectrum internet. They are giving a year-long service free. Is it worth it? Yeah, so Guarav, Gary, Spectrum just uses the Verizon network. And so if you're unsure how Verizon is in your area, you can check out a site such as coveragemap.com. Shameless plug for my own app. You can see it here. Boom, the Coverage Map app. It's here, and it's completely free, and you can check service. So what you may want to do is just go to check coverage and enter your state, city, county, or zip code. I'm not sure where you are, so I will do Boulder County, where I am. And you can just enter your county or your zip code or whatever and kind of see how things compare. So here in Boulder County, it looks like Verizon, 67% coverage, T-Mobile, 50.6%, and then AT&T actually has the most coverage. Speed-wise, though, Verizon's getting 62 megabit per second median download, T-Mobile fastest speeds, and then AT&T the slowest, and then AT&T really has that worst reliability score that we're calculating. So I'd probably go Verizon or T-Mobile in my area. And since Spectrum uses Verizon, I mean, that would totally be worth it. And yeah, and if you're curious, you can actually launch the crowdsourced map here. And let's just throw on Verizon. We'll turn off the speed filter. And you can see what coverage looks like. I mean, anywhere in the United States. Let's just zoom into, how about Dayton? See what's cooking in Dayton, right? Like 776 megabits per second. That's insane. This is the best download, though. Maybe we want to do average. 43, 307, 170. I mean, Dayton's fast. Dayton's fast. Here's one, 11.6. Anyway, so you can use this map for free and just like kind of check it out and see what performance is like. It's pretty cool to see people driving from city to city, mapping the roads. That's a look at, like, this is all 541 megabits per second. So Verizon definitely has a tower somewhere in this region. We could actually probably use the signal strength map and figure it out. Signal strength, let's throw on, ooh, that is dark. So AT&T, Verizon. Yeah, there you go, boom. tower right in this spot, and it looks like it's equipped with 5G ultra wideband, pumping out those fast speeds. And you can even see the legend on what the reception is like. So anyway, uh, Gaurav, Gary, I hope that's helpful. Yeah, Spectrum's great. I mean, if you're okay with whatever the contract is that they're offering you, um, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it. You might consider US Mobile Unlimited Starter or Visible Plus, but if the mobile service works for you, okay, let's do Spectrum Mobile. Let's see what they've cooking. So unlimited or unlimited plus, I guess, is what they're giving you. They're giving you 30 unlimited talk, text, and data with reduced speeds after 30 gigs, or they're giving you unlimited talk, text, and data with reduced speeds after 50 gigs. So if you needed more than 30 gigs or 50 gigs, then I would probably go Visible Plus for 35 a month. But I mean, they're giving you a free line, probably just on the base unlimited plan. That's a great value. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to that. No fees for mobile hotspot data. Does that imply that other carriers charge fees for that? That's kind of crazy. So, there we go. Yeah. Gaurav, Gary, I hope that is helpful. Thank you so much. We have a question. Clint is saying pretty much all of my tests, my AT&T tests are on my FirstNet line, which is QCI 6 for the win. Clint, that is awesome. I am a little envious. Getting QCI 6 on AT&T is something else. That's awesome. Big Tank, is Tello Mobile 3 months for $45 a good deal? Yes, Big Tank, it is a good deal. For those of you who are curious, Tello Mobile is a prepaid cell phone carrier that uses T-Mobile for coverage. And they have a deal going on right now. You get 3 months of their unlimited plan for $45, and their unlimited plan comes with 35 gigs of high-speed data. I think it's 10 gigs of hotspot. Here, let's just pull that up. Here, reset selection, get rid of this pop-up, and then scroll up here and do Tello. I can probably reset lines, one line. Tello Mobile Unlimited. Really? It's got to be, here we go. Tello. And then the unlimited plan is, yeah, $25 normal price. So the fact that you're getting this for $15 for your first 3 months is awesome. 35 gigs of high speed. And then the data stops, actually, is what I have noted here. That's probably not true. I think it slows down. What does Tello say on their website? Plans. And then let's actually go to the unlimited plan. Click, click, click. Boom, there it is. And then data speed is reduced after 35 gigs. So it's reduced to something. Let's see, broadband facts. Then throttled. Awesome. You know, I'm a little upset with the FCC, not gonna lie. They kind of have one job, you know, make cell phone plans more transparent. And they really like then throttled to what? How come they couldn't just like make that in? I think it's 256 kilobits per second, is what it is. Rest of the plan features, you are looking at 480p video, 5 gigs of hotspot. You're not allowed to use a watch or I believe a tablet on this one. Free international calls to 60 countries, pay-per-use options in Canada and Mexico, and pay-per-use options for international data. So yeah, Big Tank. If you grab this plan, $15 a month, that is a great, great value. Definitely recommend it. Kyle is asking, are you more aligned to iPhone or Android? Kyle, I am more of an iPhone user. I love the Apple ecosystem, the Apple Watch, Apple Fitness, competing with my friends, how it works so seamlessly with my Mac for airdropping. That said, a fun fact is I can't believe I'm saying this. Like in high school, I was just such an Apple fanboy. But the truth is, in college, my freshman year, I got so fed up. It was like iOS like 10 or 11. Is that right? Don't quote me on that. But one of the iOS versions, I just felt it was so buggy for me and I got frustrated and I said, that's it. I can control this. And so I switched to Android and I had the original Google Pixel as my phone for, gosh, I'm not even sure how long. It was definitely a couple months. And it was like sad to let go of FaceTime and stuff. My parents like couldn't, I guess, call my phone, but I could call them on the computer. So that was a little weird. I definitely got kicked from a couple group chats just because it was green bubble mode, but the phone was great. So to answer your question, though, I am definitely more aligned for iPhone. I feel like it's smoother. It works better for my needs, and I'm really happy with it. So I am team iPhone. I'm team iPhone. Cool 30, do you use the iPhone 16 Pro or the 16 Pro Max? Cool 30, I do have both devices. My personal phone is the regular iPhone 16 Pro, and maybe I can show you just a size comparison here. I think the Pro Max is too big. My hot take, it is just too big to comfortably use as a phone in any setting. So I opt for the smaller one. This isn't really doing here a good job. There you go. I have the smaller iPhone, the regular 16 Pro. I think this is the perfect size. It fits in my hand well. It's for me pretty reachable and I like it. The Pro Max is just a behemoth. And it's true, you get the best display and the best battery life. But I'm not about that. Like I love this form factor. I could go even a little smaller perhaps. Like the 15 Pro, that was also really nice. No one, man. And now iOS 18 is the buggiest iOS release in history. It is true. Actually, this has been working better than before. I don't know. It was just like a bunch of visual errors and it bothered me. But yeah, you're right. I hope iOS, what are we on? I hope 19, the next one. I hope Apple fixes it. And what's crazy to think is we're getting a preview of that in June, April, May, June. So we only have 2 more months basically. Nick Starr is saying, no such thing as too big. Nick, I respect it. For some people, the big brick phones are worth it. It's where it's at. You get the best of the best cameras, best battery, best displays. But I want small. I have the Pixel 9 Pro XL as well. Too big. I wish I had gotten the smaller one. But the problem is like most people buy the big one. And I want to be able to put in the YouTube title, like I got the big one. It's not the Pixel 9 Pro. It's the 9 Pro XL. It's not the Galaxy S25. It's the S25 Ultra because that's what people want. That's what people are searching for. So it is what it is. Kyle's saying, by the way, Visible won't let you sign up again with the same email if you leave for some reason. Kyle, that is very foolish of them. I will give you a pro tip. Can I just get like a text box? Text box. How about plain text editor? Oh, plain text editor. Okay. Hell yes. All right, we can make this really big and I can add it to the stream. Check it out. So Kyle, the pro tip is if you put your email, whatever it is, maybe it's kyle@gmail.com. Kyle, if you had that, that would be insane. That would be such a good email address. You put your email, let's say it's Kyle, and then all you do is you add +1 or +2 or 3 or 4 or whatever you want, but +1 at gmail.com, or you could do +visible at gmail.com. And Google treats this as the original email. They say, hey, this is just going to go to kyle@gmail.com. And this is a great way. Like if you sign up for newsletters or something, or you want to know who's sending you spam email, or you want to sign up for Visible again and they're not allowing you to use your original email, you can just do, Kyle +1 or Kyle +visible at gmail.com or whatever email service you use. And that will count. I guess this might only work for Gmail. So I'll only say it works for Gmail for now. That will be a new email address to the Visible system, and everything will just get sent to your regular email. I mean, it'll be sent to Kyle +1 at gmail.com. So if you wanted to, you could filter it out. But the bottom line is it'll go to your inbox. So you're good to go there. So there's the pro tip. If you need to sign up for service and you need a new email, boom. I've used that many a time. Many a time. Green, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Do iPhones or Galaxies perform better on mmWave? That is a great question. I'm trying to think back. I think for my testing, I have seen faster performance on Samsung Galaxy phones. But I haven't done extensive testing yet. And I am excited to dive into it pretty soon. Voodoo 1013, go big or go home. You guys like the big phones. I'm just like not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, yeah. Saren. Every notification I get pops up on my Mac with no third-party app even required. Yeah, it is crazy. Like I can be on stream right now and I just like pull up my iPhone screen with iPhone mirroring, right? And then use my Mac keyboard to input text into my iPhone. Incredible. Have I ever used that? No, I actually don't use that. But there you go. Saren saying, Stetson, I thought Visible blocked that. You know, Sarah, now that you mention it, they might have, but I have definitely used it in the past. So I would say give it a try, see if it works. If it doesn't work, come back here, throw a comment, and I'll make sure to make note of that. Saren saying you can use at googlemail.com though. Another pro tip. I love that. I love that. Kyle saying I think they blocked that too. Chris is saying after a few months on Visible, you can switch back using your original email. Yeah, maybe it takes like 90 days, 60 days, or 90 days for their system to clear out, something like that. Yeah. Do you know anyone or have you yourself experienced issues with Visible not working outside the States? Where does they block Wi-Fi calling just for subscribers to opt into Global Pass? I've not experienced that personally, and I also haven't really been looking for it or heard of it, but it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Commerce by Claire. What is up, Claire? Is Straight Talk a reliable company? Fantastic question. Straight Talk, I would say, is reliable and also not worth it, right? So if we pull up the plans here, and go back, we can compare. I would just go Visible is the bottom line, unless you run into your email issue that we're talking about. But the plans are just not quite as competitive. So Straight Talk. Oops. I forgive the website. It's a little slow. We'll reset the filters here. And all right. All right, so straight savings, 25 bucks unlimited. That's actually on par with Visible. Well, let's actually just pull both of them up, right? So Visible, Straight Talk. Also, Straight Talk just has the worst color scheme. I mean, what is this is their brand color that I copied. Like what are they doing? Gross. Anyway, yeah, so if you compare the plans, Straight Talk, and then I think I selected Visible. There we go. Oh, we gotta go back to one line. Boom. All right, easy. So if you're looking at these options, straight savings, basically the same plan as Visible Base, except Visible Base gives you hotspot. So that's an instant win for Visible over Straight Talk. And I don't know what the video streaming is. 480p on Visible. I assume 480p here. Then you're looking at unlimited bronze. I mean, this is kind of a joke, right? So 35 bucks a month plus tax for 10 gigs of high-speed data and then 5 gigs of hotspot. You can get this exact plan for 15 bucks from MobileX. Visible Plus, same $35, unlimited priority data versus deprioritized, and unlimited hotspot at 10 megabits per second. So I think you'd be cooking with Visible Plus. Probably would not go with Straight Talk there. The unlimited silver 12-month plan, still deprioritized, 10 gigs of hotspot. I mean, just the Visible Plus Pro plan is a way better value. And also free watch, right? Free Apple Watch versus Apple Watch not supported. And then they have the silver 6-month and 3-month, and then the regular month-to-month. All those not worth it. I still have deprioritized here, so extra not worth it. And then you have the international ones. This just includes international calls to 60 countries or 200 plus countries, actually, with the unlimited premium one. Excuse me, platinum unlimited one. Wow. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. That's my answer, Commerce by Claire. I think you should go Visible Plus, or depending on your data needs, US Mobile or MobileX. So I hope that's helpful. Straight Talk, not worth it. If you have a color that looks like this as your brand color, maybe that's the sign. All right, what else got cooking? Unior, 50% off, total 5G. Oh yeah, Commerce by Claire, total 5G unlimited. Let's pull them up. It's just such a good value. Shop our prepaid plan. I actually don't really want to shop plans. I just want to see the overview. So they're offering 50% off if you bring your own device, which hopefully you would do. And the $50 plan, 25 bucks, it rocks. Unlimited premium data, 15 gigs hotspot. Someone else was on that earlier in the stream. Fantastic plan. Carrier. Total Wireless. There it is. Boom. Yeah. Total base, $20 a month. And then, yeah, total 5G unlimited, $25 when you bring your own device. Unlimited priority data on Verizon, 15 gigs hotspot, 720p video streaming, and superb international features. Well, pretty good. Limited to Latin American countries. But yeah, fantastic option. So thank you, Unir, for the super chat and for honestly shouting out Total. I forget they exist sometimes. Saren is saying iPhone screen mirroring is also next level. It is next level. It is 100% next level. Wow, so many chats. Henry Huang, thank you so much for your chat. Does priority data actually make a difference, like daily usage? I think it matters more on Verizon LTE than any other network. I don't think it matters on T-Mobile. I don't think it matters much on AT&T, and it doesn't matter if you have Verizon 5G ultra wideband, but it does matter on Verizon LTE. And I'd love to test that. I mean, this is a reason I have like 4 iPhone 16s, because you need the same model iPhone with the same modem to test out network performance and to see if priority data actually makes a difference. So I will be testing that at some point this year. That is one of my goals. Scott, you're absolutely right. All these competitive Verizon value brands, AT&T needs to step it up. 100%. Yeah. Verizon's like resting on their laurels, I feel like. Cricket hasn't changed. Plans aren't competitive. US Mobile's competitive, right? I mean, they're crushing it with their new plan. But outside of US Mobile, it's like this is it. This is the best. Unlimited premium for $29. That's killer. Or 35 with the code full speed. Oh, I keep forgetting you can click on that. So Lennon says Visible has the best plan and price. I feel they will be bankrupt. Lennon, I have excellent news for you. They will not go bankrupt because they're owned by Verizon. They're owned and operated by Verizon, and Verizon is competing aggressively against Metro by T-Mobile and Mint Mobile and AT&T prepaid and Cricket, and they're trying to win all of the prepaid customers. And so they're not going to go bankrupt. Yeah. Pat Lombard, AT&T has gotten expensive over the years. It's kind of sad. Been with them forever. It just keeps going up. It does. Rando Geek says Verizon is competing with themselves. Well, it's really like the people who sign up for Verizon postpaid, they just have this idea that Verizon postpaid is somehow a tier above and is better than the prepaid brands. But the reality is the service is the same. You're just paying double or sometimes triple what you would be paying with a Verizon value brand. So it's all about that experience. Julio Johnson. Hey, Stetson, I have a Verizon plan and Verizon 5G home internet. I'm thinking about switching to Visible Plus. Would it be worth it with the 5G discount, or do I save more with the Verizon plan? I would say, well, I think Visible is just like a $10 difference, or $10 discount rather. Let me check that for you. Full details. Uh-oh. The Visible website has not loaded. The CSS, the styling, where did it go? All right, we're going to go back. Wow. Okay, we're back. The site is back. Plans. Check out our plans. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, all we needed was this piece of information. So let's zoom in and grab it while we're stuck in this horribly formatted world. $10 a month on Verizon Home Internet. So, Julio, kind of up to you. I would say the probable savings you would get from switching to Visible, just compared to the Verizon plan monthly, plus the $10 discount, would be worth it. But I think, hang on, Verizon 5G home internet. Let me make sure I'm not just spewing nonsense here. So I think home internet, gosh, enter an address. Here we go. I really don't want to enter an address, actually. Thank you. Okay, awesome. I like the sticky top part of the half of the website. We're like squinting through blinders at this, I feel like. Also, hour 59:07. I have to end this before 2 hours because I guess I only have 30 seconds or 50 seconds. Okay. It is 80, drops down to 55. 60 drops down to 35. So what is that? A $25 discount? Hang on, 60 minus 35, $25 discount. So the home internet cost would go up, but your Verizon cell phone plan would likely go down. I would crunch the numbers, Julio, and see what works for you. But all right, yeah, we're abruptly out of time here. I can't believe I rambled for 2 hours about cell phone plans. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another amazing live stream. No, US Mobile does not have phone financing. I gotta end it just so I can get the auto clips. Thank you all so much for coming. Have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you next week. Bye.